Hey, hi, ha, ho, he. Good evening from London, England. Or should I say good morning? Or is it good afternoon? Or in some cases, good night? And a new message for me. Always be inspired, but the main thing is to be motivated. And that's a life challenging prospect. That's my advice. Other than that, yeah, welcome again to my channel, to the one and only and truly DLG repping. Before I get started with my content, yeah, I want you guys to smash the thumbs up for me, yeah, in abundance. Leave positive feedback in the comment section below, yeah. Share this channel all over the world to your friends and your family and your relatives, family, relatives, same thing. Friends and your family, yeah. Share it all over the world and make it viral, and tell your friends or your relatives to make sure they share it amongst their friends and relatives. And yes, the number one demand, yeah, in the nicest way possible, yeah. Viewers, don't just like, comment and share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And speaking of subscribing, I have 9 new subscribers, and 2 of whom their names have come up on my notification. One's Nor2 and the other one's Gaturi and Este. Shout out to you two for subscribing to my channel. You're the 2 of the 9 that have subscribed to my channel. Now I'm over 150 subscribers now. Imagine that, in only 20 months, 150 subscribers and over. And Nor2 and Gaturi and Esther, if it wasn't for you two, well, and the other 149 subscribers, I don't know where I'll be, but blessings, man. Massive shout out to you, and thanks for the appreciation and love and the support. I respect that all the way from the bottom of my heart. So thanks for subscribing. Now then, let's get into my content. That's the reason why I'm here. And according to what I've been reading, oh, for crying out loud, don't do this. Don't do this, please. Don't do this. There we go. Right, according to what I've been reading here, it's the game. Well, it's Arsenal's game against Norwich City, and I can tell you, it's a must-win game for Arsenal. If we do not win this game, in my opinion, Mikel whatever has got to be sacked immediately, and sack that Muppet above him. In fact, the couple of Muppets, Vinay, Edu, and Garlic, and all of the recruitment team. We've got to start from fresh. If we're gonna sack Mikel whatever, you sack the rest of them. Well, Joe Cole has had his say on it, and hang on, let me have a look at it deeply. I'm gonna read what's been said. Joe Cole has had his say, and he fears for Mikel whatever. I don't fear for Mikel whatever. I demand these Ras to be sacked come 5 o'clock if we have not picked up the 3 points. Right, this is what I've got here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. The title is Mikel Arteta will be sacked if Arsenal lose to... Well, I'm going to read it out this way. Mikel whatever will be sacked if Arsenal lose to Norwich after a disastrous start, claims Chelsea legend Joe Cole. Right. The Gunners have endured a nightmare start to the new Premier League season, losing their first three matches against Brentford, Chelsea, and Manchester City, and shipping 9 goals. Arteta's troops are rooted to the bottom of the Premier League, having yet to open their account for the season. A former Chelsea midfielder, Cole reckons the Spaniards' reign at the Emirates could come to an unceremonious end if his side is bested by the Canaries next Saturday. He told Cole the future at Arsenal is obviously up in the air. I know they've played Chelsea, they've played Manchester City, the two best teams, but it's the manner of both defeats. They had all pre-season to prepare for the Brentford game and they got it wrong. And on the day, because they weren't at it mentally. Well, watching Arsenal and their 3 games, let me tell you this for free. Did we look like we were mentally and physically prepared for the Brentford, Chelsea and Man City games? The answer to that question is no. We were never mentally prepared. We were poor in all 3 of those games. We didn't look like a football team who was going to win a game of football. We didn't look like we were ever going to beat Brentford, Chelsea or Manchester City. That's how low the performance was. And that comes from the management. That comes from the style of play he implements. And there was no style of play because we don't, and I'm saying that because we don't recognise the football we're playing. I don't recognise the identity of the football we're playing. You know, you put 11 players out there, and they have no direction. They have no clear instructions. They're confused, and the reason why they're confused is the simple fact is Mikel whatever confuses them. He overcoaches them. What he's demanding from them, I just cannot understand. Only in his tiny mind that he can understand. But one thing for sure, if you're going to go away to Manchester City and get a big result, one of the ingredients is to make sure that you set up defensively correctly and have centre halves who are prepared to win headers. Now, Holding, for the 5th goal or 4th goal, he lost a header against Ferran Torres. And Ferran Torres is not the biggest. Well, not the tallest, should I say, in that sense, in that respect. You know, this all dates back to Arteta being at Arsenal for over 18 months, and he's been allowed this amount of time. He's been allowed an extension in my eyes. Why is he at Arsenal in the first place? Even before he got the job, yeah? Let's break it down here. Now, Vieira's name was mentioned. You know, Mourinho's name was mentioned. You know, and I would have rather put up with Vieira than Mikel Arteta. With Vieira, he's got a little bit more experience. He's not been in the managerial game for long. But one thing for sure, he's already managed in France and he's already established himself in that game. But yet, we go for a novice. We go for someone who's literally out of his depth. But going back to what I was saying about the team, he picks an 11. Let's look at the Brentford game, for example. You've picked the 4-2-3-1 formation, yeah? No, I'm going to look at the Man City game because that's the worst game. That's the worst game of the season for us. Our worst performance by a country mile this season. You picked a back 3 of Chambers, Holding, and Kolasinac. Kolasinac, who should have been gone in the last transfer window, just gone, and he is still at the club. How is he still at the club? You got Rob Holding, who's lost headers to Ferran Torres. Chambers lost a header to Gundogan, someone who's 5 foot, what, 5 foot 6? He's losing headers. You know, you're not competing properly, you're not getting tight to the man to the attackers on the ball. You're wrong side of your opponents. And it's not the first time I've seen it from Arsenal defenders holding Chambers. It's not the first time I've seen them get rinsed. You can go back as far as 4 or 5 years ago. You know, we lost 4-0 to Liverpool in a league game. Terrible performance. This was in the Wenger reign. I remember the second goal involving Holding. He was put in the back three, and instead of to show Mane down the line, he showed him inside. Mane was allowed to cut in inside on his strong foot and produce a fine finish at the back stick. This is just things that things that he is coached from when he was a child, and it's just unacceptable, just completely unacceptable. And that's what Joe Cole saying what he had said. He is completely right. I think he will be proven right if we do not get the points against Norwich at the Emirates Stadium, which I'm seeing in my TV, because I'm currently watching the WSL highlights of Arsenal's women beating Chelsea 3-2. Anyway, if we don't get the 3 points, we are in trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. Not just for, Mikel whatever should get the sack. And I don't want to be hearing excuses. If I go on the fan cam after that game, I don't want to hear excuses. Get to the point. Say it how it is. You know, we've not been good enough. We've been absolutely second best. We've been underprepared. We look like a football team who are miles and miles behind everybody else. For that given reason, we don't need to wonder why we're bottom. We're bottom for a reason, because we're the worst prepared team in that league, and we deserve to be bottom of the Premier League. I haven't seen anything that suggests that we are better than 20th, or we deserve to be floating 5-6 places above the relegation zone. We're in there. And if we drop the points against Norwich, if we don't do enough in our performances to worthy the 3 points, I mean, come 90 minutes, we're going to observe and obsess whether we've done enough to worthy the 3 points against Norwich. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I can take defeat. I can accept a good performance, a good honest performance. But what I don't want to see is the things that I'm seeing. You know, we go into the final third and there's no end product. Defensively, we're all over the place like it's no tomorrow. We're just not good enough. And I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm sick and tired of it. I am absolutely sick and tired of talking about the same old issues at the club. And talking about Mikel Arteta, for me, he deserves a sack. I don't wish upon Arsenal to lose. But for me, I'll say this. I say this for free. If we are to drop points, then it's got to be the end for him. I do not mind losing. I do not mind not beating Norwich if it means getting rid of Mikel whatever. But obviously, I want my team to win. I always want Arsenal to win, no matter the fixture. The problem is, it's the style of play. Not so much the style of play. Yeah, it's the style of play within the football that we're playing, and the football is so appalling to watch at this present moment of time. There's just no structure to it, you know, no balance. You know, whenever he picks the team, you cannot see a balance at all. I.e., example, Man City again. What is Odegaard doing playing in a central midfield role? When does he ever play there in his career? He's an attacking number 10 creative midfield player. He's a playmaker. Play him in a playmaking position. Get the balance right. Whoever you're picking in that 11, the balance has to be completely on point. It just sums up everything about Mikel whatever. He is a complete novice. Excuse me. And he hasn't got a clue. Managers are getting sacked for less than... They're not even getting... they don't get less time at a club, a big club like Arsenal or Man United. This can't happen at Man City, Chelsea. And you know what? There's another example. How many... Do you see Man City going to Brentford and getting bullied? No. I don't see Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham, Leicester, Everton, West Ham going to Brentford and getting bullied. In fact, going to Manchester City, do you see Man United, Liverpool, West Ham, Leicester? I can go on. There's going to be teams that are going to go to the Etihad and put in a performance, you know. And if they are to get beat, they're going to get beat fighting. We got violated, without the loop. Without no Vaseline to go with it. We got violated that afternoon. That performance was not enough to bring tears to my eyes. It was shockingly painful. And again, it's that frigging manager, yet again, the way he sets up. And Edu has come out with an interview this week, and thank goodness Jeff Sweeves took the interview. Any other person would not have asked him the questions. But my word, did he go in on Edu. And Edu's coming up with Sambi Lokonga will help Xhaka and Partey. But it makes no sense signing a marquee player to come into the team. So you're telling me that Xhaka is first choice, and that is what we've got to accept. Mediocre, and he is a mediocre midfielder, as well as a number of things that I won't say on recording, because I have my strong opinions on that guy, and it's my personal opinion on how I feel about Granit Xhaka, or Granit Xhaka. Yeah, Granit Xhaka. Oh Lord. You know what? Yeah. I want to stop talking about that manager, but Joe Cole raises a point here, and I'm going to read a little bit more. I think I will read a little bit more. Well, he says there, yeah. Where is it? Let me read on. That has happened too much with Arsenal. That's not Arteta's fault. Well, whose fault is it then? Who picks the team? Who sets up the tactical planning? It's got something to do with someone. It's been something that's just been like them getting into the woodwork at the club. In the last two defeats against the big boys, it was like they laid down and died. Exactly. I do like how Arteta has handled the situation. He is hardening as a manager. You can see that in him. So I think he's got that. He's obviously a well-schooled coach because of his work with Pep. He's a thoughtful guy. He was never he was never a coach of a team. All it was, he was always a cone man, a cone and bib man for Pep Guardiola, and he's never managed before. So how on earth did he go from being a Pep and cone man to managing Arsenal Football Club, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, maybe in the world? That just that is got make sense to me. Anyway, guys, this video is done for now. So I've said what I needed to say, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I'm sorry that it feels so negative. Sorry, it's not as positive as I want it to be. But when you're talking about Arsenal, what positives can you find? You might be lucky to find one or two hopes, but positives is so hard to find a positive. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, share, and do subscribe to DLG Repping's channel, like the 9 other subscribers have done today. Otherwise, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in, thank you so much for putting up with me as you always do, saving, as I always say, and always saving the best to last. I'll be back tomorrow for definitely, and my plan is to make sure I'll find some positives. Other than that, take care of your friends, take care of your families. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and as I always say, peace, love, and bless again. I'm done. Just please be nice.